Are you guys interested in the Sacred Serpent YouTube channel? Do you want more bonus content that you will never find here publicly? If so, go over to www.patreon.com/Sacred Serpent and check out my Patreon page. For $5 a month, you get anywhere from 2 to 6 hours or more of bonus video content that you will never find here on the public YouTube channel. You will also gain access to a community section where you can ask me questions and receive prompt replies. You can talk amongst other patrons. And I'm also doing a lot of posting in regards to what I'm eating. I'm posting recipes, exercises, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really fun outlet. And again, if you guys are interested in my channel and you do indeed want more content, donkey, go over again to www.patreon.com/Sacred Serpent. Peace be with you. Welcome to my dirty garage. Mr. Snowman, how are you? It's been a while since I've been on my bike. I'm talking like 2 or 3 months. So I really do need to get back on my bike because when I don't exercise, I feel like a rat in a cage without a hamster or without a running wheel. I just kind of go insane, and it's for all the right reasons. I mean, your body needs exercise. You need to get out there and get circulation. You need to move the blood in your body. So, I mean, exercise is good for the brain, it's good for the heart, and cycling is probably the funnest form of exercise because you can put your iPod on and listen to your favorite music, and it really helps get you in the exercise mode to be able to listen to music while you're exercising. It's just kind of like a cinematic way of exercising, where you get out under the trees and the birds and the bees are everywhere, and you can see the greenery. So, this is a really nice bike. It's old, but it's in really good condition. This bike I believe is worth around $1,800 to $2,100. This is my dad's. This is my crummy little Voodoo that I ride. It's a Ventana Marble Peak, really nice bike. My brother's Specialized. My mom's Klein. That's one of my BMX bikes from when I was younger. Pops' motorcycle. Specialized stump jumper. Again, get out there and exercise. If you don't have a bike, I really do recommend getting one. This is my dad's Ventana El Chiquilo. It's a very nice bike. It's got the fender on it, nice Fox shock. It is a hardtail. Big fan of hardtails. I do not like riding fully suspended bikes. I prefer road bikes more than anything. It's my brother's brewing setup where he brews homemade beer. Jesus, stumbling, been up way too long. There's also another motorcycle over here. This is a trials bike, dirt bike. But let's get out there and do it. Gents. Again, today is my first ride in a long time. I'm not going to be doing any extreme cycling today. I haven't had hardly any sleep this week. It's really wearing on me. I feel like shit, and I'm sure I look like shit, but that's nothing a little bit of good rest can't mend. So rest is a huge part of my protocol. It's an essential aspect to any form of growth. So rest and recuperation is the Band-Aid that you need to, heal your problems from a lack of sleep. And I am highly nocturnal. I have been practically my whole life. And while I do love it, it can get to a point where your body just starts to give you signs that it needs rest. So just getting a little bit of circulation out here today on the bike, on the Voodoo, out here in nature, kind of. Living in the city, you're forced to live with the reality of the fact that the city and the Matrix are kind of commingling. Excuse me, again, lack of sleep. If you live in the city, you're forced to realize that the city and nature intermingle. This is a reality where telephone poles are erected next to trees, and it's just a strange world where the Matrix is interwoven with nature. It's also a great thing that nature is still in these cities. Although, going down to if you go to LA and look around, I mean, what a shithole. There's so many natural plots of land across this just amazing world that we live in that have been destroyed so that we can have freeways and shopping malls and pollution. What a shit show. What an embarrassment to Eden. But I'll take what I can get. I'm incredibly happy that I have these trees around me right now, the grass that I can ground myself on, the birds are flying around me, the sun's shining on me. It's rained a ton here in California these last 5 days, and I'm very grateful for that. We've been in a horrible water drought for so long. But I'm only going to be on my bike today for probably 30 minutes, just kind of putzing around town, getting a little bit of circulation, getting some sunlight on my skin. I need to be cycling more. But, I wanted to talk about the fact that in order to get shit done with your health, you need to get out there and do it. And even if you don't want to get up and go on a bike ride, even if you don't want to go up and go on a walk, you should do it. If you can get into that consciousness, that framework of mind where you do stuff that you don't want to, that's good for you, eventually you'll end up wanting to do it. Everyone that I know who does this ends up being rewarded with feel-good emotions. So, of course you're going to feel good if you do, the opposite of what you're used to doing. Of course you're going to feel good if instead of sitting on the couch for 2 hours a night, you get up and you go on a walk or you go on for a run. You're going to get the circulation moving. So, diet is one part of this thing, but diet coupled with a quality exercise regimen is really how you're going to start seeing results. You need to sweat stuff out of your system. So, again, super tired, just rambling. Probably going to walk barefoot on this plot of grass here for 10-15 minutes, get some electrons in my feet. It's a beautiful day, man. Yeah, it really is interesting to observe the Matrix and how nature intermingle with one another. It's beautiful that where I live here in California, there's still quite a bit of nature left. If you fly over California, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of just natural things left, but it's being decimated rapidly. If we continue to go the way that we're going in the next 10 to 15 years, things are going to look even worse, and they're already looking grim, ladies and gentlemen. I do not want to live in a dimension where, the terrain ends up looking like Mars, where it's just nothing growing there. So, we really do need to shape up environmentally. There's so many issues to take care of. There's so much work to get done here on Earth. It really is a daunting task, but, the very fact that so much stuff needs to get done means that there's a lot of missions to fulfill. What's your mission in life? Each person has the ability to attempt to achieve something that can benefit the greater whole of existence. And to me, that's much better than just seeking personal fulfillment and ego fulfillment through making money and just being all about yourself. What about doing something or creating a career that can potentially benefit everything? Everything in this dimension, the animals, the bugs, the snails, everything, the people. Excuse me. But it's just crazy. But the cool thing about being around nature within the matrix and how it exists within the matrix and intermingles with it is that you have yourself an evolutionary platform to engage in. You can bring the gifts and the beauty of nature into the technological world of the matrix and educate people about the importance of nature. I'm not saying that we should just get rid of all of the technology that we've created as a species and just go back to living in tents and shit. No. What about a shamanic intermingling between the technological world and the living natural world? What if we took the best and most salubrious aspects of modern medicine and technology and mixed it in a salubrious manner with nature? I mean, damn, there's a lot of good things that science can do if it's used for a righteous purpose. But unfortunately, it appears, according to the research, that a lot of the science that's being conducted is being done for nefarious reasons. So, I mean, when science is in the hands of evil, it becomes a weapon, not an evolutionary tool. So, I'm in no way, shape, or form saying that science is the key to enlightenment or this and that, but I'm saying that good things can be done with it, but the foundation of it needs to be in nature, immutable laws of nature. So getting back to nature is the key, and that is why I stress it so much. Going out and touching trees, going out and walking barefoot on the earth. It's amazing to me how little time the average American will spend walking barefoot on the earth. Remember, the earth is a natural electron donor. It's an electron pad. It's an energy pad. When you walk on it, you absorb those free, negatively charged electrons. And boy, does it have an effect on the consciousness. Someone recently asked me in a comment, I live in the city, I can't really ground myself. What can I do? Can I ground myself on these little patches of dirt? Of course you can. But chances are, if you live within a city, there's something like this somewhere where you can get out and walk barefoot on the grass, walk barefoot on the dirt, on the baseball fields, you name it. So, your backyard, ground yourself there. If you live in an apartment, go for a walk down the street and find a natural body of grass or dirt. Walk barefoot on it. What I really like to do is walk barefoot, or I take my shoes off and I'll walk up to a tree, stand barefooted next to the tree and touch the tree. That alone, to an empath like myself, produces massive changes in the consciousness. I know that may sound crazy to the average person who really has no connection to nature, but there's validity in all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The research is there. So, and it's unfortunate that we live in a society where everyone needs some type of scientific paper with documentation to believe in something. How about going out there and using your intuitive faculties? Go out there and walk barefoot on the earth. Do it for a week, 30 minutes a day, and tell me how you feel. Couple that with exercise, drinking clean water, and eating right foods, and you have yourself a pretty good, solid platform for personal growth. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Peace be with you.